up? It's your boy T-Ran here with some thoughts, and reactions, babe. And this is all about wrestling right now. So this is a wrestling thoughts, reaction. And I'm going to start to say that I feel like wrestling fans as of recently, well, as of lately, or for a while, has PTSD from the almighty PG era of WWE wrestling. Reason why I say that, cause this go back to another time I thought brought about like how folks fans act towards when you hear the term face turn or bay faces, and usually you hear that is a good thing, but now it's like more of a bad thing than a good thing. Reason why I say it, so most recently though, so let's go back. So recently on this past Monday Raw, Trick Williams made an appearance on Raw, but it wasn't televised. You had to have the premium to see the commercial. But anyway, but it was on YouTube. And why he had an interview with Kevin Kelly the whole time. Of course, the crowd was chanting "whoop that Trick," but this time it's not just the crowd with Trick. He's getting more loud reaction than ever. One and then two, during the interview, it seemed like he was more so playing along with the crowd, like going along with the crowd, acknowledge the crowd as well too. Especially when we talk about his lemon pepper stepper. So there's that. And I shared something on, well, I mentioned on my Twitter and shared on, I shared on my Twitter. I mentioned on the comment of the Twitter of the video and shared on my Facebook page that you would think he got babyface the way the crowd embraced the crowd all with him and how he embracing the crowd. And then you got folks who like, well, he's a hit. Well, people like she like heels and all this, and it's time they would like heels. I mean, he's whatever, or let him cook. He'll be a face soon. All this stuff, like yeah, whatever. The typical. They don't like baby faces anymore. They're all about room for the hills, trying to trick people to go on the dark side. There's that. Trick me, child, peer pressure me to the dark side, of root for hills, whatever. The whole nine. But then fast forward now, most recently. Fightful Select had a Fightful Select had a address that there's been some discussion within the creative team to alter Trick Williams' direction and turn him babyface. This is a strong statement that Trick is connected with the crowd in a big way, with a push for him to be presented as a face. Now you know me, I'm happy as hell. I'm like, please let this happen. It's needed. Or in the for the love of all Ricky Steamboat, let this happen. But it's like I'm one of the very little people that want this. Because if you see the post, I didn't share it on my groups, I didn't, and the responses in Twitter and all that, people are downplaying this idea like crazy. Like, no, don't do this. Oh my God, he's going to be ruined. Why he fix what ain't broke? Why fix what's not broken? All this. They go on, the check meme, no, don't do it. It's literally that with folks right now. Because I guess they must got some, and that's why I say wrestling fans have some PTSD from the PG era. Because when they hear the words or the term babyface, face, or face term, they automatically assume that a wrestler's going to be all super goody good as well. Because we're getting Cena's and Cody Road clones. Now, for a record, I love Cena and Cody as well too. I have no problem, issue with it. My issue is that the thought of the word face or babyface or face terms in general have folks thinking that they're going to be cookie cutter, they're going to be white meat and all this as well too. Completely forgetting we had a time where we had baby faces that was edgy, baby faces that was badass and all that. Top one being what a lot of people say Trick remind me of, The Rock, who embraces the people but still talk trash and was cocky as hell or everything as well too. So then we go Stone Cold Steve Austin. Still, when he turned face, he never changed. He's still talking trash, whooping ass, drinking beer and all that, sticking middle finger up as well too. But we can always think back to the originator of this type of face persona, that they don't change who they are, they just change the target, embrace the fans as well too. That's about it. Razor Ramon, the late great Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon, when he first turned face against the $1 Million Man after his After Razor, we see the upset loss against the 123 Kid, well, soon to be 123 Kid. Good time, he's just dynamic kill with the kid, and it's like, got the 123 Kid. He would turn face, but not only that, he didn't change no whole persona and all that. He kept the same persona, even still referred to me as take a look at the bad guy, Chico. But still was a babyface. And not only that, he got his first championship title in as a face as well too. It's like I don't get why wrestlers, and then you can go in further up with before we got the Cena we know later on. Fucking up, Cena was still when he first turned face, he still kept the stubborn element giving for a good while before he had to go along the PG era as well too though. But before that, we still had him talk freestyle, talking trash to the wrestlers, and then he won 2 titles. One, the USA title, where he turned into a spinner as the base of economic babyface Cena, and then he won the world title and turned into a spinner as the babyface face Thugonomic Cena. Only thing he went the way he went because he's going along the PG area. He was a face of the company as well too. And that's why I feel like a lot of folks have a lot of PTSD from that PG era because how the time Vince was trying to make it family friendly because he had sponsorship. He had to go as well too, which is understandable. At the same time, why it helped money wise, it hurt fan wise, and turned a lot of fans away from WWE as well too, which sucks as well. And a lot of people are afraid of that. That's why I have a reason. A lot of folks didn't want Cody Rhodes to be the face of the company. They thought it was going that direction as well too. But now we're back to this situation where they are afraid of anybody being a babyface. I should have brought my drink down with me. Anybody being a babyface, anybody have any certain wrestler having and the Saints as babyface as well too. Let me be right back. I did get your rate because I know my throat about to get dry when I was talking. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. So yeah. So yeah. A lot of folks as PTSD, they feel like this is going back to what I said about LA Knight and even Jacob Paul too. They hear the word babyface, they be panic, they go on and panic like babyface or face is the new curse word in wrestling, like, and it's like everywhere with this story talking about Trick Williams possibly going babyface. So many are declining, saying don't do it, leave him as a heel, or at least be a tweener, all that. Like, there are people that won't even admit that Rock or Steve Austin were considered babyfaces. They were just anti-hero tweeners or likable heels as well too. Even the same with Roman Reigns, recently he's a babyface. He still has his persona as the tribal chief with the ODC, but people have been arguing and saying that he's not really a babyface and all as well too. Even for a while with Oba, right now he's down tweener, and shout out to with the tweener thing going on because he even down saying that wrestling nowadays don't need to be bad guys and villains, good guys versus bad guys, just human relatable human beings, which I do agree because I've been campaigning for them to get rid of the alignment system in the first place, just because of nonsense like this, as well as fans doing whatever they want as well too. And they on this tell me what to do type of shit and all that, or tell who to root for anymore type of thing right now. They are or some as certain persons like they don't play by society rules. Yeah, that chair. But like right now you got because like her like here you got folks who are making their own narrative of who's the babyface in the hill, not going by what's the eternal roster is labeled as the babyface in the hill as well too. I mean, you got like folks claiming, like, for example, the Drew and Cody feud, Drew's the heel and Cody's the face, but a lot of people are bizarre word it, reversing the roles well too. They did the same with Drew and CM Punk as well too, because they have this own, I don't know if it's hatred or they have a little perspective of things nowadays. That's why another reason why I do feel like they need to get rid of the alignment system. But back to this, like, dude, why is it that they automatically assume that a babyface can't be edgy, or a babyface can't be like what The Rock used to be, what Stone Cold used to be, or even like currently like Roman and all that as well. They won't assume that he's going to be hurting. His Trick is going to be fine. Trick is going to be fun as well too. he's gonna be fine as babyface. If you keep him this persona, he's gonna be fine as babyface. Even he must go tween an eye, we okay with it as well too. I mean, that's why he knows when I talk about certain face, I gotta sometimes reiterate say anti-hero face because they like it's like the term babyface is so cursed. It's not even funny. They really that afraid of the term babyface. It's not even funny. Like I never knew so many people dislike the term babyface so much, or don't want anybody to turn face. Like it was up to half of these folks. I feel like they be at roster full of Hill, trying to force every wrestling fan to be on the dark side for room for Hills. That's how I feel as well too. They don't want nobody be a babyface anymore because I don't know the way society is these days. They just feel like they don't want it no more. Now, speaking of going back to Cody, the situation with Cody, recently though, I got love for this legendary wrestler and the Bust Open podcast, but Mr. Mark Henry about to get a little side eye. So recently, Cody had that segment with Sami Zayn it was talking about Sammy felt betrayed and everything because he lost the elimination chamber qualifier match to Cody and everything, and we wanted to finish short for a long time, and he felt like he's stepping it back, and Cody said trying to let him know that he's not that type, he's good and all that as well too, and he said you can ask the locker room and all that about this stuff, and it didn't sit right with Mark Henry very well. So, according to what it's saying, the title said Mark Henry believes that Cody is lying to all us. Cody came across the bad guy to him. We go to the locker room right now, and all the guys can tell you who I am. His response like why who does that? I don't need confirmation about it. I ain't even talking to you. He said, hate to be the bearer of bad news, y'all, and he love you like cousin, but Cody's being the devil. The greatest lie I've told is the devil saying I don't exist. I'm not the devil. There's no such thing as the devil. Cody's lying to us since of using the babyface fire as a shield to disguise the fact that he's the bad guy. This what irks me about that. One, I hate when people say that, oh, if a person say they're good, they ain't really good. I hate that. A reason why I hate that, because you got so many people getting the wrong ideas by this person and that person. This person and that, and about people in general, including my damn self. That you gotta remind them sometimes, because you remind him. Cody was fine reminded, was saying what he's saying. He ain't saying nothing wrong right here. And then also, it encouraged the Cody haters who already feel this about Cody in general, as well as those who've been feeling for this whole Winter Hill Cody. Mark added fuel to the fire for that whole thing, and I got a bad feeling they gonna mess around and go with it, and go with him being the one that attacked Jacob and all that shit. I'm afraid. I was hoping it to be Randy the one that realized the one that attacked Jacob was just obvious because the T could be for the punt kick, or even sacrificial Sammy be the one. One thing that sucks about that, and it proving the Karrion Kross thing right about back to when Karrion Kross was a heel. Anything like it just is why I got a love for Mark Henry. He took a picture with him at the Men of Calm because he was one nice one. Not saying everybody wasn't nice, but a lot of people was following protocol. But he was cool, genuine enough to take a picture of me when I was at North Carolina at a hotel because we was visiting family, everything. But I hate to get he right now him and Bubba right now too because he said something else about the Jay thing in the situation as well too. Get a little side eye because their taste's been a little whatever with me as well too. Maybe just my opinion, but there's people that disagree, but of course there's folks that agree with him. So I'm afraid for Cody's future right now. I mean, he doesn't want to turn heel or anything. He's trying to follow in the same footsteps, which he should. We need that. And speaking of that, going back to the babyface thing, it's like we can have two versions of the kinds of babyface. If the heels can have these range and all this, why can't babyface? We can still have the white meat babyface like Cody. It'd be for the kids and the folks who are down for the good guys. While we have a faces with airs like the likes of Roman and Trick Williams, they do go along with the face surf hopefully as well too for the adults. Because I hate to seem like faces are for the kids and heels are for adults. Because that's why I get for a lot of these folks when they come to me. Because even if they come at me saying I'm immature or I need to grow up because I'm a adult, I should be rooting for baby. I shouldn't really be rooting for good guys here. Like I had this guy who always in a case about me rooting for the face. He got kicked out of one of the groups I was in, and then he cussed the folks out before he got on way out, and then decided send me a DM cussing me out and block me, so I won't respond. And I'm glad he lucky he did because he said some stuff about my wife and kid. But pretty much he said I got a wife and kid, but he called him something as well too. And I'm a grown man with a wife and kid and everything, and you singing yeah yeah rah rah good guy, grow up you cringy cunt. I'm like, well, for starters, he like I said, he lucky you block him because I would like to meet him face to face and for speaking ill of my wife and kid for one. Let's say talk about my wife's looks and call my kid dumb. But anyway, but secondly, irks more is like, what did me being an adult, a man, grown man, got to do with me rooting for bad guys, rooting for good guys? Like, I never knew it was an age limit that I gotta stop because there's always saying like they always associate with age with good guy and hero, good guy and bad guy as well too. Like they'll say the old saying that growing as kids you idolize Batman or Superman and all this, but getting older you or Goku, but as an adult you relate to the Joker or Vegeta. Well, Vegeta's another story because he's more of an anti-hero and everything too. But and that's another problem example because Vegeta is an anti-hero. He went good, but he still have his little tactics as he has a villain though. I mean, he will talk shit. The man will talk shit and out of care too. You know the Dragon Ball Superman after he helped out Ratchet Rose. She said, there you go, man. And here you go. Once you take your, he ain't really. This not his exact word. Like he pretty much say, take your old bald head behind off. Get your you take your old behind head off the stage and get yourself scissor me before you croak. Pretty much what he said. But it was out of his sympathy, but his old little Vegeta way. And but yeah, it's like folks can't be a. There's like they afraid folks can't be a good guy no more. Like they don't want folks to be good guys anymore. That's another example. So yeah, I'm a little subject with this, but that was a good example. But still, they relate age to they rate good guy hero and bad guy villains to age. Like as a dog, I'm supposed to relate to a villain. Why? And that that quote I hate with passion. I'm trying my best so hard. Many reasons I'm like that. I want to prove that wrong. That if you live long enough, if you die here or live long to see yourself as a villain, I feel like people should live long enough to see yourself as a good guy. But and people would look at me crazy for saying the hell and even with this they look at me like something wrong with me for not liking a villain or get on my case for not rooting for a hill and all that, especially if it's a black hill. Like I always say, thank God social media exists when nation domination goods. Cause it's been a mess. Cause it's been a mess. But anyway, yeah, man. But all in all, Trick Williams is gonna be good if he turn baby faces. I mean, and maybe they're not confident how their booking goes, and I can understand it. But at the same time, and then recently because Mike Hayes talked about Chelsea. If Chelsea get pushed, the Van's gonna turn IWC gonna turn her, which is kind of sad truth. The IWC is most unsatisfied form of the fandom. Most fandoms like that as well too, but I see is the worst. I understand that as well too, especially when they do it toward baby faces. They turn on them after they want to push and all that life as well too. Chelsea, another one is kind of get over. She's a heel, but she getting love as well too. I feel like she might have turned baby face, but they think that's going to ruin her too. She turned baby face, but. And speaking of beloved, well, I'm saying this because I beloved IWC. Recently, though, AEW wrestler Holly Cameron just had to. I'm gonna post her picture on here real quick if I can. Let me save it and post it real quick to show love though. At the most recent matchup on AEW between the Baszler Wrath, which featured Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, went against Penelope Ford and Megan Bain. I don't know what you call it, some makeup or whatever it is, though. So recently, Penelope Ford got injured in a match as well too, and sadly, okay, a lot of the IWC is blaming her for Penelope injury, harassing her, asking her to get fired and all that, and because of that, a lot of folks end up she ended up deleting her deactivate her Twitter, and this ain't the first time. Yeah, Mega Bad ain't the name. This ain't the first time this arrest had to do that over harassment, and this is ridiculous that the IWC is so toxic like that. It made the wrestling fandom who's already got a rep of being toxic, and which is warranted worse. Like, I mean, like, come on, though. Like, it sucks that folks online, cause they have a platform, they get behind the screen and not do nothing. Not the screen thinking nobody can do nothing to them. And they just do stuff like this, harass wrestlers, harass fans, and all that shit. It's ridiculous as well too. And you wonder why people look down on our fandom as well too. And I've said this plenty of time. There's time where the F word outsiders, we're gonna call that the one to call wrestling the FAKE word as well too, seems so much light work compared to these folks within the fandom. It's always ridiculous and sad that it's like that. So anyway, that's been my wrestling thoughts and reaction as well too with the PG era PTSD, Trick Williams possible face turn, stemming from why I bring up the PG era PTSD because folks don't want it was sad. Mark Henry claiming that Cody's not really a good guy because of how he his response to Sammy in that little segment right there as well too, and IWC in general being toxic. Other than that, what's your thoughts on my thoughts, talks, and reaction? Do you agree with anything I say? What's your input in these? If you like my thoughts or reaction, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. It's your boy T signing off. One love.